Hey everybody, let's go over the Druid cards for the Great Dark Beyond, November 5th. You know the drill. If you like what I'm doing on all these videos, like, comment, subscribe. I got some fun stuff I'm about to announce very soon, probably today, probably tomorrow. Be subscribed. It's within your best interest to subscribe. Let's go over the Druid cards, and I don't know what to think of these yet. I looked at them briefly. I'm just going to unpack them through this video. I just don't see something, maybe, I don't know. It's weird so far, so let's go over it. 5 mana, 6/5 beast, Ulu the Everdrifter. The art is phenomenal. This is the greatest looking piece of art I've seen in a while. And you know that's saying something. I love this. The turtle, space turtle that flies and has like a city above it. On its shell, I'm down with it 100%. I want this art 24/7, 365. It's weird though. So each turn, I believe, each turn this is in your hand, yes, gain 2 and random choose 1 choices. So essentially, all the choose 1 choices that you've ever seen are in here, and it just switches out to 2 sub options each turn this is in your hand, okay? And then you just get to pick one of those 2. And then, yeah, you know, the 3/2 Panther, summon 2 1/1 saplings. There's some good ones, there's not some good ones, there's some okay ones, there's some crazy busted ones, and it's gonna change all over the way. I just don't know how this is going to build a archetype deck. I don't see it yet. Maybe I will as I go through some of the cards, but I love this card, but I just don't see how it fits. I don't want it in my hand for a long period of time, and then it would summon 2 1/1 saplings, or, you know, summon a 3/2 Panther, and I'm like, oh, this is really crappy. I've kept it in my hand for 3 turns. I really need to put something on the board, but I don't want to put 1/1s and a 3/2 in there. But I could be wrong. We haven't seen everything yet, even though we've seen all the Druid cards, and we're about to talk to the Druid cards about the Druid cards. I don't know yet. Let me know your thoughts, too, on all of these. Let me know what you think. Is Druid busted, or is Druid... We don't know what Druid's going to be yet. 4 mana, Exarch Othar. And I'm killing that name. I apologize. 3/3 Draenei, and the battle cry is if you're building a starship, get 3 different arcane spells and reduce their cost by 3. First of all, the starship is the Celestial Archive. It is gorgeous with the signature arts of both. The artwork is awesome. Yeah, get 3 different arcane spells and reduce their cost by 2. I get maybe why arcane is in here, why they're doing arcane as opposed to nature or what have you. So it's cool. I just don't know. Yeah, you know, that's not bad because it's a 4 mana 3/3. There's other Draenei that you can play. You're most likely building a starship, possibly, and then you're getting 3 different arcane spells. They're not temporary, they stay in your hand, so this is not bad. I just don't know how it's going to play yet. I haven't seen any deck, you know, theory crafts being built. Next up, 7 mana Final Frontier. Discover a 10 cost minion from the past. Set its cost to 1. So, getting to play a random 10 cost minion from the past and getting it to play as 1 at 7 mana, it's not bad, but it's not all good either. So, listen, Khun Forgotten King would be an awesome 1 mana card to play. Maybe same thing with Tyrantus. Yeah, Tyrantus and Colossus of the Moon. There's a couple of real good ones, but then there's like Ultrasaur. Okay, why didn't you just put something else stronger in your deck? This one, the 10/10 Taunt. I don't know. I don't see this one like this. The Jailer. I would be upset if I built a deck and then, you know, made this Jailer. I just don't see this one, you know. Same thing with Thaddeus. Maybe Thaddeus. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. There's a couple of really good ones as I'm looking now. It's not all broken and busted. Playing any of these for 1 mana is pretty good, but you gotta wait 7 mana to do this. We'll see. I mean, listen, you might be able to actually get this for even cheaper if you get this through Exarch. Maybe we'll see. Next up, 5 mana Cosmic Phenomenon. Summon 2 summon 2/3 elementals with taunt. If your board is full, give your minions +1/+1. So I haven't saw anything in here that would say to you that you are making a full board. Here's the taunts, Living Pulsar. The art is amazing. Oh yeah, this art is awesome. Wow. I just don't know how this is going to be a big deal, you know? So far I haven't seen anything that would say your board is being filled really easily. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Next up, 8 mana, 8/8 Star Grazer. Art looks cool here as well. Not as cool as the other one, but elusive taunt with Spell Burst. Give your hero +8 attack this turn and gate +8 armor. Okay. A strong card, but where's it fitting? And that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking about what Druid is today with, you know, Taunt Druid and Treant Druid, and there's Dungar Druid, and I'm trying to see how do these fit. I don't know how they're fitting. I don't see how this is added to the archetype, and I don't see how a new archetype is being built. There's still time. There's still a lot of time. Next up, 3 mana Starlight Reactor. Here's a starship piece. After you cast an arcane spell, recast it. Target's chosen randomly, so when you get all those, you know, arcane spells that you get to use, you can recast it. What would make me nervous is getting one of those crazy ones that was like discover a 10 cost card and, you know, make it cost 1. It says target's chosen randomly. You're gonna get whatever they give you, and hopefully it's gonna go on your board. I don't know. It's a cool art. It's a cool signature. We're good with that. No problems there. I would have to see all of the spells, and I'd have to see an archetype deck built to say, okay, this is how it works. This is what I just don't see it. It looks a little mixed and matched and everything, but listen, Team Fies knows what they're doing. I have faith in them, so don't think of what I'm saying going, Druid sucks, this is worst I've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say that about Priest. I'm going to say that about a Rogue. I'm not going to say that about Druid. Next up, 2 mana Astral Phaser. Choose 1, deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions, or make 1 dormant for 2 turns. You know, I say that I don't like my opponent messing with my deck or my hand or what have you, but messing with the board is fine. I don't really have a problem too much with that. Making one of my minions dormant is okay with that. Like, you know, hey, you're not killing it, so I'd rather have it dormant than dead. There you go. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. Rather be dormant than dead. Love the art, as always. Like I'm going to say 50,000 times. There's the Lethal Rays art. There's the Stunning Star art. It's beautiful. It's a 2 mana spell for the ability to do one of those 2 things. I like that. Deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions for 2 mana. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. I like this one. 4 mana Distress Signal. Summon 2 random 2 cost minions. Refresh 2 mana crystals. Okay. I mean, there's randomness. There's stuff on board. You're refreshing 2 mana crystals for other potential combos going on. I don't see it yet, but that doesn't mean this is terrible. I think it's a little expensive at 4 mana, but it does a lot for 4 mana. Yeah, it absolutely does a lot for 4 mana, so maybe I'm wrong on that. Next up, 2 mana Shatari Cloakfield. Maybe I got that right. Have I gotten any of these names right? I'm very curious. I have to listen to someone else say it better than I did. This is elusive, and your first spell each turn costs 1 less. I like the discount. I just don't see... Yeah, I mean, okay, so this is a starship piece. So this is not meant to be like, here's your minion, here's your minion, here's your minion. This is meant to be, you know, a means to an end or a means to buff up something. But the ability to start your starship with elusive as well as, you know, your first spell costing 1 less, I'm not too terribly upset about that. And the signature is awesome as well. I really like the signature of this archive. To me, some of these don't look like ships, though. Like, I get what they're doing. And I get that, like, maybe I'm expecting, like, it to be an X-Wing from Star Wars or something like that. But it's fine. I'm not complaining. These are not complaints. These are statements that I'm making, and I don't know anything. Last up for Druid, 1 mana Arcanite Revelation. Draw a card. If it's a spell, it costs 1 less arcane. So you better have a lot of spells in there. I don't see this worth anything. I think there's one or two other things that you would play. One that discovers and gets you a copy of it if you play it right then and there. There's a couple of other things. I don't know if I would play this. Even though it costs one less, especially playing this at 1 mana, we'll see. Druid has some funky stuff that they do. But yeah, all in all, I don't see something very cohesive yet. There's much smarter people building decks than I am, and I could be completely off base. It'll be interesting to see what happens, and the cool thing is we're going to see what happens in a few days. You know, the theory crafting is going on in a matter of, like 48, 72 hours, as well as we'll all get to be able to play the cards pretty soon. You know, there's the heroic Tavern Brawl, or maybe it's just a Tavern Brawl, maybe it's a pre-release Tavern Brawl. That's right. And then we'll be able to play these sooner. Maybe there's something to be done with Druid. I'm excited. I love the art. I'm hoping that, like, my cool thing is, my thing that I'm nervous about, excuse me, not my cool thing. I want to see this card often, even if I'm not playing it. So I'm hoping this card is good, because I want to see that art. I want to see a golden animation. I want to see this card moving around, whether it's this, the planets or whatever it's doing. I want to see some sort of movement from this. So I want to see it being played. Even, like I said, if I'm not playing it, I still want to see it played. So I'm hoping these cards are good, because the art is just stellar. It would be silly not to have this art being proudly displayed all over the place. Guess what the thumbnail is going to be? Well, you've already seen the thumbnail. I didn't make the thumbnail yet, but I'm almost guaranteeing you that the thumbnail is going to be this. So let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.